What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. This will officially be the first ever video. Join me on my first attempt at a saltwater tank. Never done salt before. First time. Let's see how it goes. See, the original plan for this was never planned out to be a saltwater. I was actually going to do a 40-gallon tank for goldfish. You know, the little fat chubby ones, the ranchu and the orandas. I want to do a bare bottom, just like a tank full of those guys. And this wasn't even an empty tank. What I had in this tank was a planet discus tank that I posted on my shorts a while back. This one. And half of these fish are not alive. It's sad to say it, but only one of those guys are still in this that yo-yo loach. And with these guys, it's more so that I had this tank at my parents' house and I moved, so it wasn't that I could, take care of the tank. I wasn't feeding it, wasn't going over there, so it pretty much just was left to its own devices. I went over there every now and then to clean it, but you know how it is. If you can't look at it every day, can't clean it, can't feed it, it pretty much just goes downhill from there. And I think it took about me setting up this 75-gallon tank to finally bring some of those fish over and stuff like that. The tank I moved into was at 75-gallon. I posted in my shorts. It's on my channel if you want to go look at it. I moved some of the fish over, but by the time I was able to move them all over, a lot of them had already passed away. So yeah, so I pretty much just had this empty tank. I didn't really know what to do with it, and what really influenced me to get this start saltwater was I found those two AI primes at one of those Amazon return stores. I pretty much picked both up for $8 a piece, and I just had them laying around, and I had the tank laying around. I was like, you know what? Let me try salt. Yeah, so this is pretty much just a setup that 70-gallon fluval, some live rock heater, nothing too crazy, just regular hang on the back. I didn't want to do the sump, give it that I've never had any experience doing any salt water at all, and didn't want to drill the tank, didn't know anything about it. So I just figured let me just do a hang on the back, see how that goes. Something easy, nothing too crazy, just like a couple soft corals here and there. I do have my plan on which fish I want to add to the tank, but I want to mature a little bit before I add anything too crazy to the tank. And I also decided to mix my own salt water. I use a half-inch cup. Read through the label, see how much I gotta mix in, and I use this brute 44-gallon to mix my salt. And this is what I went with for the water conditioner. Kill a lot of chlorine. Get all of that out of the water before I mix the salt up, and then use this little measuring cup off of this milk fix I had laying around to measure it to the correct quantities. And I'm using half a cup to toss in there along with a wave maker and the heater to help dissolve that salt, just to get it where I want it to be. And I think I ended up using like 40 scoops of salt after everything was said and done. And I pretty much waited overnight just for it to clear up a bit before tossing it in the sink. Playing for the rocks for like an hour or so. Would have felt like an hour. I finally got it exactly how I wanted. A little arch in the front for some with the pulsating zinnias, just so they won't take over the tank. And I will also cut the lights on to see how it look with the lights on. I'm digging the scape. It look good. The lights look good. And what's left now is just fill it with water. With the scape and everything how I wanted it, I used this water pump I used for my water changer to fill it up. And I also hit it with this quick start from API and also that Dr. Tim's that one and only. More to the fact that I want to jumpstart it, and I wanted to add some fish in there to do the cycle that way rather than leaving a piece of shrimp in there waiting 2 months before anything builds up. And pretty much with live fish, I can give the bacteria ammonia that the fish produce from just waste, from breathing, from just existing, so they can help speed up that cycle. And with the tank filled up, I went to my local pet store called Web Pets, picked up these two tomato clowns and these checkered damsels, just for there, just throw them in there. And then this was like the first day of it being filled up and everything. It was still really cloudy. You couldn't even see the damsels, they were hiding, the clownfish were just hiding. They seem to be doing fine though. And this was the tank about 3 days later. Oh yeah, I named the clownfish fish and chip. So this was the tank about 4 days later. It cleared up nicely. It's coming along great. I feel really putting in that work, clearing the tank up, keeping everything moving. And I think I'm using I forgot that brand of wave maker. I can't recall. Yeah, this tank so far. And yeah, that brings the video to the end. The last thing I've had my boy Eugene. And yeah, tune in next time for future videos and updates on the 40-gallon reef tank.